Hey everyone, so welcome back to my channel. So today in this video I'm going to share how I take care of my ground orchid plant. So I got a request recently, and in which I was told to uh, make a video on ground orchid. So today I'm going to make that video. So I will go through all the basic steps of caring of that plant, ground orchid. So let me at first take you to that plant which I have. So at first let me tell you that I have already made two videos on this particular plant, ground orchid. I have bought this plant I think 3 years ago, and yes, three years ago. And what to say, it has performed the first year, it has performed okay, just so. The second year I have shown you in many videos, it is was means like an umbrella of blooms. I will pop a picture on the thumbnail. You will see the thumbnail, the picture of this plant in full bloom. So you will see a umbrella like what to say, of flowers, of blooms in this plant. So but the third year means last year I have got no blooms in this plant, zero blooms. And for that, what I have done this year, uh, I figured out what happened to my plant. That is, it was totally root bound, and it is needed to be separated. So from one plant I have separated two plants, and now both of them have already started to give flower buds. You can see both are having flower buds. So today my topic is very basic. You can see over here how many stalks are coming up. It is very nice plant. So now also today was, I think, in our area we got 34 degrees Celsius maximum, and the sunlight is scorching what to say, hot. So if I take this plant out now, it is in a shadier spot, but still it gets direct sunlight some part of the season, and it gets, you can see this is the result. So at first let me tell you from the basics, that is from the starting, that is soil. So for soil, what you can do is take 40% of garden soil, 40% of any organic compost you have. Just make sure it is fine, means like dust, or granular, not chunky. It has to be fine. So that compost. And the third thing is 20% of sand. So sand is required to make the drainage system better. Now I am actually changing my style of gardening. So now what I will tell you, that is another ratio that I will prefer, or I will rather do someday in one of the plants, because I have two, but I'm already telling you I have zero experience with it, but I have studied it and I think it will work perfectly for this plant. That is 40% of coco peat, 30% coco peat, 30% of organic compost, and wait, no, sorry, 40% of coco peat, 40% of organic compost, and 20% of perlite. So I think that ratio will be very what to say, good for this plant, because the perlite will take care of the moisture contained in that container, and the coco peat will retain the moisture, and this plant requires moisture all the time. It do not likes its soil to be dry out totally, but do not keep it soggy, otherwise the roots will rot. Otherwise it is a very hardy plant. It is very tough to kill this plant, I think. It will not die easily. And the third thing is, if you want yes, the second thing is watering. So I have already told you that you should water it every day if the drainage system is good. Just check it whether the soil is moist or not all the time, because if it is dry out, then it is bad for the plant. The leaves will not good at all, not good at all. The third thing is sunlight. So where you should keep this plant? This plant is can handle full sunlight, but if you keep it in full sunlight, you will get scorches like this. in summer. In winter it can handle the sunlight because the sunlight is not so harsh in winter, but in summer or this time of the year where we are still getting scorching sunlight, this plant cannot take that. So make sure to keep it in a partial shade area where it can get sunlight from time to time, or it can get minimum 4 hours of morning sun. So morning sun is not very harsh, so that will be perfect for it to bloom. So you can see now I have kept it in a place where it is getting morning sun only. It is protected from the afternoon sun. You can see there is a tree over here which is protecting it, and that also, and all the new growths that you will be able to see are having no spots like this. All the new growths are very beautiful looking. But if you want, you can treat, I think, if you want, you can treat this plant as an indoor one, because this plant, I think it is very nice looking. The leaves are nice looking as well. It is kind of, I can remember palm from this plant, isn't it? So if you want it, you can treat this plant as a indoor plant, but it will not bloom for you. If you keep it in shade, it will not bloom. So if you want blooms, you can you have to give it 4 hours of minimum sunlight. I either parts means from time to time throughout the day, or 4 hours of continuous morning sun. So this is the all requirement for this ground orchid. Other than this, nothing special is required. As for fertilization, you know I am an organic gardener. My channel is Happy Organic Gardening. So if you it actually do not require any fertilizer. And now also you can see I have just I will put a link in the description box where I have separated these two video, and another where I have first time repotted this plant. So make sure to watch that, and that is the only time I fertilize this plant. I have never used any kind of fertilizer. Yes, in the winter time when it was at its peak, blooming, then I have added the liquid fertilizer, liquid organic fertilizer, which I was applying to all of my winter flowering plants, annual plants. I have applied that to this plant as well, and it has performed beautifully. Other than that, it does not require any kind of fertilizer. It is a very, very good plant. You should, if you want to plant it, go ahead and plant it. It is a very good plant from beginners as well, and it is perfect replacement for orchids, I think. It is not at all like an orchid plant. Orchids are much tougher in case of care than this plant. At first I also thought that that this is ground orchid, so what, it also needs radiation in its roots, but no, this plant requires everything like normal other whatever plants we have. It requires soil, it requires nutrition from the soil only. So that is the main thing you have to keep in mind. And other than this, it is very, very, very friendly plant. It will never disappoint you if you can take care of it. And yes, for the separation, if you are seeing that you have a very old plant and it is not blooming or not performing very well, so what you can do is just separate it. And this is the perfect time to separate this plant, October. So make sure to keep it in shade after separating. And I will share the link in the description box or in the eye over at the top right corner, or in the end screen of this video. So I hope I have gone through all the points of the care of this plant. If I have forgotten something, you can just ask me in the comment section below. And other than that, it is very easy to care a plant. So just drop your questions in the comment box below if you have any. And if you like this video, give it a like. I will be encouraged to make more videos because of your responses. And I hope to see you all in my next video as well. So thanks a lot for watching, and see you in my next video. Bye.